Hello everybody, welcome on into today's video. We are going to be cash stuffing my first paycheck of August. We are going to be putting money towards some sinking funds. We are going to play a savings challenge with my grocery eating out and spending money. And some of this is going digitally and some of it is going to be in real cash. So welcome on in. Hello, I am Deidre. If you are new, I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and join me on my budgeting journey. I have been consumer debt free since April of 2025, so I am working towards other goals. But if you want to go back and watch my debt journey, it took me a very long time. I'm a single income individual. I'm not low income, I'm not super high income. I would say I'm somewhere in the middle, so it did take me a long time. I had a lot of debt to pay off, so I only have a mortgage, and we are working towards purchasing a different place next year. We meaning me, but you're joining me on my journey. And so yeah, we are kind of trying to save for that, as well as emergency fund, as well as a future pet. So we are working with digital money as well as real money. So digital money we're using for placeholders. So we have a $200 placeholder, a $100 placeholder, and two $50 placeholders, just to represent what's going digitally. And then we have $350 in cash. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So it's always good when the money works out. I have my budgeting book off to the side so that I know where I'm putting this money. I know that I'm not screwing it up or anything like that. So we're going to just start out putting some money into categories that tend to get money quite often, but then money gets spent out of them as well. So it's like, I would call them like a revolving sort of situation. So we are on the 5th of August. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. This is my hair category. So my hair appointment is at the end of August. I get my roots dyed, my bangs cut, and then sometimes I do the odd end trim. But we should be at 75 here. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. That is correct. That is enough for the appointment, which is great. So that money will come out. I do pay for that in cash. And then next up is nails. Nail category is going to get the same amount. And my nails cost me $30 each time. I've been going to the same person for over a decade and a half. She owns her own business. She sets her own prices. She works out of her home now. She used to work out of a shop, but now she works from home. So we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So that is why I'm able to keep my costs so low. Loyalty, but also somebody that owns their own business, sets their own prices. So next up is beauty, which is going to get some money. This is my area of weakness. I love to spend money on makeup, skincare. Nope, not 15. It's going to get 20 today. I did take some money out of here. I did buy a little bit of makeup. So it is revolving all the time. We have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 in here. That's good. Next up, we are going to skip these and move into the pet category. So I am saving for a future pet. I do not have a pet currently, but I've been saving as if I do have one in a way, because I've just been immediately budgeting that into my budget, that I'm putting $50 a paycheck. So we are going to be doing that digitally. So we are going to represent that with one of these $50 placeholders. But we are also going to be doing this challenge from Erica over at Superior Budgets. It's one of her downloadables, and it will save $1,000. So this is for a pet fund. So we are going to find $50 worth on here today. Let me see. Do I have any other 25s? Okay, there's a 25 in there. I should color for neatness, but whatever. And do I see another 25? I do not, but let's go with this 20 here, and then the 5 down here. So my goal when I move is to purchase a dog, well, get a dog, and so I'm saving up. big time for this, just because pets are not inexpensive, especially in that first year when you're having to get a lot of different vaccines and boosters, and you know, sometimes they as they grow, the one food doesn't cooperate with them, or their digestion or their skin or whatever. So it's things like that. So I want to have as much in here as I can. So we have 1,000, 200, 400, 600, 750 saved for the pet. So I am very pleased with how this one is progressing. Next up is gifts. So I am in gift season in my family. I did take out money for all the gifts that happened in August. So if you were watching and you were wondering why it's down, it's because I took out the money for my dad's, my brother's, and my brother-in-law's birthdays. I still have my mom. And I have to purchase something for my sister's baby shower in September. She is expecting her first baby. So yeah, I'm going to be an aunt, which is always very exciting. So it's getting $40 today, and we should be at 155. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. So that's good. She hasn't given me any ideas about what she's wanting. I think my brother and I might go in on the gift together, so we will see. Next up is a giving. I give this $10 every paycheck. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I use this for donations, for donating to a fundraiser, giving to a person. It's money that I have if I want to give. So we are going to be done with that binder. Just give me one moment. I'm just going to check these off so I know that I've done them. Okay, so we are working in our new home binder, which is going to be getting a good chunk this time, and it's going to get $200, which is going to be 4 icons on this little challenge, because each icon is 50. So this is not a down payment for my new place. This is going to be the cost associated with getting that new place: home inspection, lawyer's fees, moving costs, that sorts of thing. So my first goal, I can't remember, I think it was 1,000, 2,000. I would have to look. I far surpassed that. I would love to get this to $5,000 this year if I could. So in my new home binder, we have in my new home sinking fund, we have 10, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,200, 3,400. So this is getting quite a bit every single pay, because I really want to get that money in there. So, because honestly, I feel like you can never have enough. This will be starting to get used soon. It is a challenge from Budget with Ira. It's a rainy day challenge, but I'm taking the idea from Selina over at Bank of Me. She saved up like a little sort of, you would call it like a baby emergency fund for her home. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get started on saving for that for my new place. It won't be happening. I think it might happen later probably next month or later, but just starting to save for that. And then I am going to be putting in money towards furniture. So this is furniture for a new place, not my current place. So we are using a tracker from Budget with Ira, and it's laminated, and it is literally says furniture on it. And each icon is 20, so it will save up 240 each time. And we put 20 in there, so we have 200, 400, 450, 470. So we are well on our way there. It's going to start getting money more regularly. I do also have an envelope for appliances, which eventually will get used in the future, and home maintenance. Home maintenance is going to be a line item in my budget starting next year, before I even purchase the new place, so that again, I can have some money built up for when I purchase that new place. So that's good. And then we are going to be going into this binder, which houses some A5 trackers. These are custom trackers. They are all from Iris Budgets. Unfortunately, she has been MIA from YouTube and Etsy for quite a long time. I'm hoping that she's just busy with life and that there's nothing wrong. my emergency, I finally achieved my goal for 2026, which was to get to 3,000, but I'm not stopping there. So we are going to be putting $50 in there today, and I'm just not going to clean off this. I'm just going to cross them off. I already completed this again. I've completed this a few times, so we are going to cross off 5 icons to represent the $50, and then we're going to put it in this envelope. So this is all going digitally, and we might be able to swap out a placeholder. So I don't have very many $50 placeholders, so yeah, so we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,050, 3,100, and I'm just going to pull out $100 placeholder. So we are at 3,100 in here. Now I would love to get this to $4,000 by the end of the year. That is kind of my next, I haven't written it down, but that is definitely my next stretch goal. New vehicle. I'm slowly starting to save for a new vehicle. I don't need one right now. I want to purchase the next vehicle outright or have a very minimal payment. So we are just trying to start to save for it here and there. It's getting money quite regularly now. If I had to pause for some reason, I maybe would pause this, but we have 500, 600, and now we have 620 in here. So that is good. Again, down the line, my vehicle has fairly low kilometers given its age. It's also doesn't get driven a whole lot, and I do regular maintenance on it. So yeah, hopefully we shouldn't need to worry about that for like years. So next up is month ahead, and I'm just going to quickly color in 5 icons because it's going to get $100. So if you are new, month ahead is not done as your traditional month ahead where, you know, you're sort of saving kind of like an emergency fund. Month ahead is kind of an emergency fund in a way. But I am doing this, and so we should be at 960. So I am saving for when I move. So when I purchase my new place, I'm hoping to purchase it before I sell my current condo. And I'm just going to cross these out because they're not cleaning off nicely. This one has 940, and this one should have 960, I do believe, and this one had 100. So I'm trying to save up a second month worth of some basic bills so that I don't rely solely on my paycheck to do that. So we are working on our second month this year, and yes, we are at 960. I'm just gonna do that. Actually, you know what? We're just going to write 960. So we are working on our second month of mortgage payments. So yes, I want to purchase my new place, then sell my current place, and just use this money as a way to help me kind of buffer some regular expenses. So I'm not relying solely on my paycheck to do so. So that's where it's different. If there was money left over in here when I purchase my new place and sell my current, then I would probably just keep it in like as an emergency fund type situation. Oh, and that got the $100. So it's not actually going to get the $100 placeholder that I just used to remind myself, yes, you did do that digitally. So I'm just going to toss this into my little placeholder, and I'm just going to cross off the rest of these so that I remind myself. Okay, so we are going to be using this remaining money for groceries, eating out, and spending money. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 5, and 10. That sounds right to me. So let's work on that spending money, eating out, and groceries. Spending, eating out, groceries. I'm giving myself less eating out money because I am currently off. I am staying at my parents' place, so eating out isn't really happening all that much because typically I use the eating out money to go for lunch with one of my friends who is a coworker, but usually that's what I usually use the money for. So, and so I meant to put this on here. Yes, okay. All right, so let's just double check that this is right. So this is groceries, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. That's correct. Eating out, 20, 30, 35, 40. And this is for 2 weeks, by the way. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. That's correct. And I do give myself quite a bit of spending money because I am a spender by nature. I'm not a natural saver. I really have to force myself to do that. And because I am debt free, I do allow myself to do that. So what we are going to be doing today is I am going to be using some scratchers that I got from the lovely Erica over at Superior Budgets. This one's a custom one with my name on it. And this one is a puppy challenge. So this saves 50 and this saves 40. So I am going to basically use this money from my eating out, spending, and grocery money to complete these particular challenges. I did scratch them off because I do like to know the numbers because I'm not using any change, but let's just see where we let's just go like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to use the 1 and then we're going to combine that with the 4 to equal 5. So we'll take 5 from one of them and then we'll take a 3. And you know what? We'll take a 7 to make 10 from another category. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we will take 5 from a category. So that's how I'll do it. I'll just kind of roll the die. So we are going to take 5. I'll take that 5 from eating out. I will take, you know what? I'll take $10 from spending money. And then we'll take 5 from groceries because when I do, I am sort of not necessarily going to use this grocery money right now because I am off, but I'm going to need to really stock my fridge when I am off my vacation time. So that money basically is just going to like roll over. So I kind of need as much as I can in the groceries. So we have 10, 15, and 20 going in here. So we are well on our way on these challenges, which is great. And I will just probably when I finish them, I will just use the money and probably just like reallocate it, just like either randomizer or see what's needing some money at that time. So in groceries, this is going into my wallet. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, and 20, 35 going for eating out, and 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70 for spending money. So that is it. That is the money all done. I thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, I would love it if you would leave me a nail emoji so that I know you made it here. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You want to win that giveaway, so you have to be subscribed to win that giveaway. And I will catch you on my next one. Bye, everybody.